Hey up! Right, we've got a gap in the weather, but there seems to be some sort of conspiracy since I started doing videos this way. Machinery of some sort working in the background, that nothing I can do about it. Sorry about it, but please don't whinge in the comments section because it gets so tiresome. Right, late 1950s through to, I would say, the early 1980s, there were what I always think of as being the holy trinity of motorcycle garment manufacturers. Now, there were other brands, I know, but these three brands were famous for a reason. We had Barbour, Belstaff and GoldTop. And those reasons were, they were attainable. You could walk into just about any motorcycle dealership in the country and they would have, at the very least, one of those brands in stock, if not all of them. The second is they were reasonably priced. Most average motorcyclists could afford them. And then on top of that, there were very high performance garments, they were hard wearing, and they had a specification very similar to more expensive brands. Now, when I started riding for the police back in 1986, I was sent along to Priory Road Police Station where our uniform stores were. And I was issued with my riding kit for police bikes. Now, it was an AGV, plain AGV white helmet with the blue reflective police stickers on it, a pair of GoldTop gloves, a pair of GoldTop boots, a pair of leather trousers that weren't GoldTop, and I can't remember what brand they were, a pair of waterproof over trousers, and a GoldTop Patrol leather motorcycle jacket. The first thing that you'll notice about the Patrol jacket is that it's very heavy. Now, GoldTop have changed the design very slightly. The jacket that I was issued with had epaulets to take the collar number of the officer that was wearing it. They're absent on this jacket. I don't know whether they were a special build for the police, but several police forces used GoldTop equipment, so that is very possible. Now, despite its weight and its heavy duty build, once you actually put it on, that weight disappears, and it's a very comfortable jacket. The sizing is true to size. I'm a 46 and this fits perfectly. It's quite snug, but you know, being leather, it will stretch and mold to your body as it wears in. Now, it's quite obvious that GoldTop took design cues from the original Barbour International motorcycle jacket. It's a very similar pattern. You've got a total of 4 patch pockets, 2 at the hip and 2 on the chest. Inside, we've got a standard phone or wallet pocket. We also have a zip-up pocket on the left-hand side. I don't remember the lining being gold on my police issue one. Having said that, I don't remember what colour the lining was, so it might have been. This time, GoldTop have used a YKK two-way zip. These things are a little bit awkward when they're new, but they soon sort of polish in and become easier to use. I won't zip it up too far because then I won't be able to use. Let me just move my microphone. The zip's covered by a storm flap, which fastens up with press studs, stainless steel press studs. They are a little bit stiff when they're new. I had problems with them when I first got the jacket, but it's just a matter of, you know, they have to wear in. It's a good thing really, because if they're slack to start with, they're just going to get slacker with wear. They soon wear in and they operate quite easily. All your patch pockets, just the same, fasten up with press studs. For that classic sort of, dare I say it, Barber International look. They've been quite generous with the belt. The problem with the Barbers, of course, is the belts normally aren't long enough for the actual jacket. Fastens up with the belt for that smart, classic motorcycle look. On the left-hand breast pocket, we've got the GoldTop embroidered logo. Nothing else on it to suggest who it's made by, which I like. I mean, I like a little bit of branding, but I like it to be low-key, and they've got that exactly right. I don't actually remember whether there was any branding on the police issue ones, but it's like I said, they were probably a special order. Once you fasten your zip up, we've got a simple sort of strap adjustment at the top to close the neck up against the elements, which it does a really good job. What I do like is they are quite generous in the arms. Now, this, you know, back in the day when I was issued with one, there was no armour. This has now been upgraded to a AAA rating, so it comes complete with armour, micro-lock armour, I think from Knox, in the elbows and on the shoulder. I'm not sure if the back protector is standard with the jacket or whether you have to purchase that separately, but you know, I'll leave a link to GoldTop's website so that you can sort of find out for yourself from there. It's available in this black, classic black, or there's a sort of a mid-brown tone colour. It's got generous cuffs. Cuffs are something that I have problems with most motorcycle jackets. A lot of manufacturers make them too tight, so if you're wearing a watch, quite often you'll find you know you can't tuck your gloves in and get sort of draft proof as you like to do, unless you've got a big pair of gloves that go over the top. It's a simple press stud fastening with a 2-position adjustment. GoldTop don't sell this as a waterproof motorcycle jacket, or at least I don't think they do. It's a really nice warm jacket. I mean, I think I had my police issue one, which, to be honest, I don't think it felt quite as well made as this. It was a little bit shorter, but we wore them in all weathers, and you know, they were a godsend in the winter, sort of November through to February. There was nothing else really that would match up to GoldTop Patrol. As I say, they're not marketed, I don't think, as a waterproof jacket, but I will say this: I drove a total of 3 hours in driving rain in this jacket a few weeks ago. Now, the protection that the Himalayan gave me meant that, you know, I was only sort of getting wet from sort of chest height here upwards, and you know, the leather did soak the water in. In fact, it took it a full 24 hours to dry out, and of course that wicked down to the pocket flaps here. But what I can say, arms included, because they were totally unprotected, not a drop of water got through to the lining, so it might be that there's some sort of waterproof membrane in it. I doubt it, but you know, you can spend several hours in very heavy rain riding with this jacket, and there's no need to panic. It will keep the water out, although, as I say, the leather does soak the water up. Right, I think for a fully spec'd out, all-weather, AAA rated leather motorcycle jacket, this is actually quite well priced compared to some of the other offerings. It's, you know, a genuine classic motorcycle jacket with what is regarded as one of the top classic names in motorcycling, and you can't really go wrong. I mean, I remember going over the Wolds in this, where it was freezing cold just a couple of weeks ago on the actually it was on the Himalayan, and I was so glad that I had this jacket on compared to a lot of the other jackets that I own. Take a look on their website, see what you think. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this and my other videos, and in doing so helping to support this channel. I really do appreciate it. I'd also appreciate it if you would leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Now, there are other ways that you can help support the channel, and I see this as a sort of tipping option if that's what you want to do. You can do that through my Patreon page or via the super thanks button down below the video. I am of course going to be back next week, so if you're riding in this inclement weather, please ride safely, and I'll see you soon.